Well, I'm here with Yath Gangakumaran, who is the Director of Business Strategy for Formula One. Now, Formula One is facing quite a challenge over the next few years, particularly with the hoping to be carbon neutral by 2030.
Yeah, that's right. But we're actually really excited by it because we think that this is clearly where the world is going. And for us, instead of being defensive and apologetic about our use of internal combustion engines, we've got a great story to tell about our hybrid engines, which are the most energy efficient on the planet. And with what we're going to do more generally with the sport to decarbonise, we think not only can we improve ourselves, but hopefully with the technology that we develop, we can start to have hopefully a positive impact on the wider decarbonisation of the world.
Now, when it comes to motorsports and Formula One, it's been pushing the boundaries over the years, and we see a lot of the technology, some of the technology from Formula One going into road cars with energy recovery, that sort of thing. So it is so important that Formula One is at the forefront of the conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think you just see from the announcement that we made in November, the coverage that we got, not just from the motorsports press, but actually from the wider business press, from the mainstream media. And what that highlights is we do have this global platform. We can tell a story and we can make changes when it comes to sustainability that the regular consumer, the regular fan will be interested in, which maybe some other companies aren't able to do. So it's really important for us to make those changes, but also to tell that story to the world.
And as a strategist, when it comes to thinking about the strategy of how you communicate with the fans, where does it begin for you? Because it's quite a long, we're talking 10 years down the line, but that time will pass really quickly, and the strategy is now.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I think the first thing is you need to set an ambitious goal that really focuses the minds of the people who are going to execute, which are our engineers and our promoters and so on, but also gets our fans thinking about what F1 can do. And then following that, it's all about execution. There's no point just talking a good story. You've actually got to show in your actions that you're making a fundamental difference. And that really is the key for us over the next few years, actually a few months. As we do that, we'll then continue to have that drumbeat of comms activity that our fans will be aware of.
Now, Formula One fans traditionally are quite a tough bunch. They've gone from the F12, the V12 to the V10s, to the V8s, to the smaller engines. Now we're looking at 4 cylinders. So what are the hurdles when it comes to persuading a Formula One fan that carbon neutral is the way to go and not to be scared of it?
Yeah, well, I think the interesting thing is there is that perception. But actually we've done a lot of research with our fans, and the vast majority of them are really favourable of the plan. So they actually are pushing for F1 to be more sustainable itself. I think the key thing is that we don't adversely impact the action on track as we become more sustainable. So that is front of mind for us. And we have obviously an incredible engineering team led by Ross Brawn, who'll be working with the teams to ensure that that isn't the case.
It's great to have someone like Ross Brawn involved because he's such an iconic name as well. So why are you here at ASI 20?
Well, I think for us, we recognise that as the pinnacle of motorsports, people are looking to Formula One to take a stand when it comes to sustainability. So it's important for us to be here to tell the motorsports industry that this is a very serious plan. It's not a marketing gimmick. We are here to make a change over the long term, and ideally, we can work with the motorsports industry to make that change, which hopefully will lead to a change in perception, not just for Formula One, but for the wider motorsports community.
Fantastic. And so far, the conversations you've had here have been positive? Really
positive. I think people are really happy to see that not only are we having a position when it comes to sustainability, that it's something that's so ambitious. I think it just touches on the DNA of F1, which is technological innovation at pace, driving change. And that's all what the motorsports industry does in terms of the engineering innovations that they push through. So actually, being here, being able to showcase how we can work together to push through this change for the good of the environment, I think is just positive for all of us.
Fantastic. And finally, being here at Autosport International, there are so many different forms of motorsport here. How crucial is it, do you think, that there is an event like this that's perhaps in the forefront of fans' minds?
I think it's important. I think increasingly what you're seeing is, with content proliferation, things are becoming more fragmented. So if you can have a body that can bring people together, and in this case, people's love of motorsport more generally, it's good to get people together more broadly. So great work what you guys are doing. Please keep up the good work, and we're here as a supporter.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.